reparations aren't about justice. They're an act of revenge. Like the Bible say, they hold themselves not guilty. They that sell thee. And through the Spirit, I wasn't even thinking about that precept. But let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. Pearl Harbor, whether you want to believe it or not, that they knew it was gonna happen. Did not they execute revenge or vengeance on Japan by dropping the bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, right? Okay, granted. Let's just say, whether you believe or not, 9/11 was, inside job or not. Did not they execute vengeance on the Middle East, right? Right? Everyone's patriotic about that. But then even understanding that the so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans was in hardcore bondage for centuries. This was a worldwide event called the transatlantic slave trade. Not one nation came to help us. None. Because they're all heathens, by the way. A heathen is anyone that's not an Israelite, right? But these nations can they want revenge here. They want reparations here for these people and that people. But for us wanting reparations, they say that's revenge. But for one, the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000 and 1/3, we don't care about your money. The gold and the silver is already the Lord's. But even you have the audacity to say it's an act of revenge. Wow. Wow. So this is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord, my God, which is YAHAWAH, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. They slay us. Daily you see it. They've been doing it for centuries, but you can see it now by the force of the police officers, right? And hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, read Deuteronomy 28:68. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord. Wow. For I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. How you think America was able to grow with such power off of free labor? Free labor. It's like Walmart having employees for a whole year and don't pay, and they don't have to pay them one penny. They make a 100% profit off of our labor, and that's how they became rich. But they tell us what? Oh, reparations is an act of revenge. We don't want your money. Your money's no better than the money of Judas Iscariot. Cause how was it got? By blood. And woe to a city that was established by blood. But see, even the Lord told us though, the reason why this happened was because of our shortcomings, our wrongdoings of what? Not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Alright? Listen to this. Baruch chapter 4, verse 6 through 8. Before I do, let me give all the honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BaHaShem, YAHAWASHI, BaHaShem, RAWACHAA, QADASH. Double honors to my elders at Great Millstone. Single honors to the elect. Peace and blessings to the 1/3, and confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Baruch 4, verses 6 through 8. Ye were sold to the nations. Listen here. Not for your destruction. Could you imagine what we went through? And the Lord said, that's not to our destruction. But because ye moved God to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. Think about this. You order a pizza, right? Someone brings it to your front door like you ordered it. The Lord gave us into the hands of our enemies. Let that sink in. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to God. Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up. Isaiah the first chapter. First verse on down. And ye have grieved Jerusalem and that nursed you. So the Lord said we was given over to our enemies for sacrificing to other idols, for trying to be like the heathens. Okay? What happened when the Lord brought us out of Egypt? Yes, us, so-called nigga Latinos and Native Americans. Out of all the wonderful miracles the Lord did, turn the river to blood, and the frost is destroying their crops. Moses turned the staff into a serpent, and you know, the Lord destroyed all the firstborn. The Lord parted the seas, and our people still wanted Aaron to make them a golden calf out of all those wonderful miracles, right? So the Lord is justified in all that he does. But see, Esau, pride has deceived thee. You say us wanting reparations is an act of revenge. Man, listen to here. Isaiah 52:3. For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. You can't redeem with your money, with your face on it, right? A fiat currency. Listen to this. Jeremiah 30:12-17. For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause. Remember what I said, the transatlantic slave trade? No one was there to lend a hand. Well, not for us at least, right? That thou mayest be bound up, thou hast no healing medicines. So we don't want your reparations. All thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not. For listen here. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy. That's what the Lord said. With the chastisement of a cruel one. Who's the cruel one? Esau, Edom. The so-called white man, woman, and child. You gotta remember though, not every person that appeared to be a so-called white person is a so-called white person. You have a lot of confusion of faces. That's why I always say, and to the 1/3 and to the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Because of the transatlantic slave trade, we've been scattered to the four winds of the earth. Right? Nonetheless, though, the cruel one is Esau, Edom. Psalm the 17th, the 17th Psalm, I like to say chapter. They're beautiful songs. King David said, protect me from the wicked, which is thy sword. Who's the wicked? Malachi the 1st chapter, Esau, the border of wickedness. Continuing on. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased, because we were sinning against our power, as why we had to go into hardcore bondage. Right? Why criest thou for thine affliction? Jake right now crying, even to the enemy, for reparations. Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquity. What good would that money do for us as a people when we're nowhere healed? Nowhere healed. We're deteriorating. We're going at a worse rate. We're circling down the drain as a people, and so-called nigger Latinos and Native Americans. All right? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. That's why we don't want your money. And all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. We don't want your reparations. We want that Revelation 13:9-10. For real. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. Spoil means to rob or take. And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Hey, Elmer Fudd, it ain't no fun when a wabbit got the gun, right? Verse 17, Jeremiah 30:17. For I will restore health unto thee. Think about the word reparations. Reparations. Repair. We're broken. We're injured. We're mauled. Physically, spiritually, morally. No matter how you look at it. But the Lord said that they are going to restore health unto us. I'm read again. Jeremiah 30:17. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord Yahweh, because they call thee an outcast, saying, This Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Let that sink in. Who the hell on earth really care about us, y'all? You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Who the hell on earth really gives a damn about us? Now, with that being said, who the hell on earth needs salvation? Let that sink in. His spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. Right? Zephaniah 2:1 through 3. Gather yourself together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass after chaff, before the fierce anger of Yahawah come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. The Lord saying, come seek me back. Come back to me. Though it was for you to go astray, now seek him 10 times more. And that's all of us as a nation. Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid. In the day of the Lord's anger. Man, called YAHAWASHI. That remind me of that Isaiah 26:20. Come on, man. Come on, man. Man, the Lord gonna take care of you, Esau. Trust us. Trust us. It's not for us to put the Lord's vengeance to our own hand. The Lord gonna do it. And we don't need your reparations. The Lord's gonna repair us by giving the heathen. Remember what it says? Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for a prey. The Lord just said you can become a prayer. Man, you can't make this up. Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. So with that being said, Baruch 4:25, and I'm going to close out. My children, suffer patiently, which is what we're doing. Suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from God. And we have been through it. Right? For thine enemy hath persecuted thee. They destroyed us. Right? But shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck. There goes our reparations. And that's faith, baby. But with that being said, I pray you was edified and fed. Stay in the spirit. Don't fear it. Just endure it. Ask for forgiveness. Pray without ceasing. Stay humble. Remain diligent. MashaAllah. Muafla Shalom. P.S. I'm going to also do a video on a slave that they claim was sold by his own people, trying to say that we are Africans. We're not Africans. So-called Negroes in America, African Americans in America are not Africans. We Hebrew Israelites. But nonetheless, though, I'm gonna do a part 2 on that, Lord willing, if that be the case. All right. So with that being said, Shalom.